Hi y'all, Sara here from Homestead Engraving Business and Life, and today I have a big glass order to package up, so I thought it would be the perfect time to bring you along and show you how we package our glass. Whether you're shipping through USPS, UPS, FedEx, or any other provider, it's important that you package your glass safely. So the customer that I am packaging these glasses for actually asked for string around each of the glasses. So what I'm doing right now is I'm cutting the string for the glasses. And in order to measure it, just to kind of save some time in cutting, I'm using a board that is just about the exact length I want for the string, and then I just wrap it around and cut all the strings I can at once. It saves me a little bit of time in cutting. Voila! And as I cut the strings, I'm going ahead and I'm just making a note of how many I have on my board as I'm going along. And that's just going to help me so I don't make too many. Nothing worse than working harder than you have to. Almost done. Alright, so the glass I'm using for packaging today are these mason jar mugs, which are great for just about any kind of drink. In fact, I use these for my coffee in the mornings. They are a little trickier with the handle to keep them safe, so I'm going to show you just how we do that. We like to use these bubble bags to pack our glass items whenever possible. These are ones that just came already with another item we ordered that doesn't actually need them, and we love to recycle our packaging materials whenever possible, so it's great when we have these. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my glass and I'm just going to put it inside the bubble bag. I like to tuck the top in to protect some of the most fragile parts of the glass. If I don't have them, one of our other favorites is just the great big bulk roll of bubble wrap. And I'll link all these items down below in the description. Then I like to actually double package my glass items, and we use these gift boxes. I think it adds a lot for a customer if when they open the item it looks beautiful. So we do that by packaging our glass items in a beautiful way that also keeps them safe. I like to always put my handle towards the front corner, and this is just my little trick to remember that the front is always the most fragile part of my item. Show you right inside, so we have a little bit of room for the item to move, and we want it to be loose, but we don't want it to be so loose that it's banging around in there and could get broken. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add some brown paper to the top. And I love just the classic look of the brown paper on top as well. But once this is in here, you can see that it still has a little bit of room to move, but it is tighter than it was. Once I close my glass items, I like to make them look pretty with a beautiful seal. One thing I like to do if I am shipping a whole bunch of different glass items to someone, say with different people's names on them, is I like to put a little reminder of whose is whose right on the bottom. If this one was for Sara and the next one's for Matt, I would just flip this up and go ahead and write Sara on the bottom, and then I leave a little note in the box for the customer that if they want to peek at the items to see who they're for, it's written on the bottom. I also leave a little note that so they can check them without breaking the seal, they can pop them open from the bottom, which is kind of like a silly trick. And they're really easy to close back up this way as well. All right, now my box is ready to be packaged. First, I want to show you just how I'm going to how I ship a single box. The box I use is this is a 10 by 4 by 4 box, just purchased through ULine. You can purchase these anywhere. I can link some down below as well. The gift box I'm using is a 6 by 4 by 4. This works for most of our glassware items. Pint glasses, our mason jar mugs, our whiskey glasses. There's a little room to move in there with those, and our wine glasses. You're going to need some good shipping tape if you don't want to break your glass. Again, I choose a box for my item that's going to make it fit securely but still have some room to breathe. And I told you at the beginning that this little seal is a reminder of where my most fragile part of my item is. This is the opening to my glass in this case, and my handle happens to be right here. So I want to protect this. This is where that brown paper comes into play again. So you're going to make sure the brown paper is keeping the product nice and tight in there. It's not jumping around, but again, not so tight that there's pressure being put on the glass. Before I close up my package, I want to make sure I add two important things. So we always add a business card. So I want to go ahead and on the back write a nice personal message to the buyer. Whenever you can write something personal on the message, I think it really says a lot about your business and how you care about each customer. We also go ahead and we add our whole snap cards, just mean to share us on social media if you enjoy the products you bought from us. I think the most important thing to do when you're shipping glass is to mark it with some fragile stickers or some fragile tape. This will just tell the carrier handling your item that this is fragile and it's important, and try to take care of it. Now, what if you are packaging a glass order that is much larger than 1 or 2 glasses? Well, today we're doing just that. We are packaging 120 mason jar mugs and we're sending them all out. Now, how can we do this and try to make sure that no glasses get broken? Let me show you. I've even recruited my husband Matt to help me package. Usually I take care of most of the packaging, but on big orders like this, it's nice to have his help. And he's a very good bow tire, aren't you, honey? Yep. Alright, so the mason jar mugs we're using are these 16-ounce mason drinking jars from, I believe it's Acopa. And I can link those down below. We just really love this quality. We've tried a few other brands before we came across these. They're good size, they're good quality, and they really do last. When we're packaging a big order, what we're going to do is we're actually going to put the glasses back in the box they came in. So they were packaged in this box with the dividers in it. And there's a reason that when we get our packages, most of our glassware is not broken. Occasionally we'll have broken things too, and usually that's more from neglect in shipping. But this is just a great way for us to be able to ship back to the customer. Now we want to make sure we add on all those special things that the customer would get if they were ordering one. So how we do that is we go ahead and get this all packaged up, put it in our big box, and we will actually include those gift boxes and seals for the customer with that nice thank you note. With large orders like this one, we'll do one of a couple things, and one of the things we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll make a couple extra glasses, knowing that there's a good chance that glass can be broken in shipping, so we have a few extra. Now, if you have a vintage item you're shipping or something that's one of a kind or a more expensive item, you might not be able to do this, and in that case we suggest just always working with the buyer if there's an issue with the glass breaking. We're just using this recycled bubbles. This in fact actually comes with the glassware when we order it.
So this is the top of the box. So I grabbed some Fragile tape. You gotta look and see how it comes out. See how it's reading that way? Well, I don't want it to go this way because it's going to be upside down. So I'll turn it around. So this is the top. And go all the way around the box. Cut it, make sure it's on there nice, and then I do a couple more across the top.
Alright, so then when you're getting ready to ship your item, you're going to need, if you're using a larger package, you're going to need your scale, and you're going to need a measuring tape so you know the size of the box. So we just use the scale Accutech. You can use a food scale. Ours goes up to 50 pounds. If you have a bigger one, that's probably fine too. So Matt and I went ahead and weighed the box already, and we have that amount. We just wrote down on the top what it weighs. We were able to fit 4 of those original boxes in this box, so we're going to have about 3 boxes the same size going on. So then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to measure the length, width, and height of the box. And I always want to round up as I'm doing this. And I go ahead and I write that on the box as well. And I want to write this small enough that I can stick my label right over the top. That one's ready to go. When you're shipping larger items, you might want to look at some cheaper shipping options. We use FedEx for our bigger packages. We typically use USPS for all other packages, but FedEx tends to save us a little bit of money in shipping these, and they are more used to shipping larger items of this scale. We also make sure in every box we're including our business card in case something were to happen to the label. At least there's a way to contact us. Alright, now that the packages are all ready to go, I hope you learned a little bit about how to package glass, and I hope that helps you. Let us know down in the comments if you have any questions or if there's anything else you'd like to see. We'll see you in the next video, and glad you got to see me again.